Okie doke, Claire. This is the internal report for the loft. Okay. This, what I'm looking at here, is the side elevation. This is the front elevation, and that's the rear. First and foremost, if I just get my torch, I don't know if you can see the dark areas on the ridge timber there. That confirms that the ridge tiles are letting water in, and that in fact they need to be taken off and replaced. There's similar evidence of damp coming in all the way down. These are called the hip timbers here. Okay, and there's water coming in. As you can see, that's extremely wet there. Okay, so they need attention as a matter of fairly urgent, I would say. You know, I wouldn't leave it more than a year. The surveyor makes some comments about there being no underfelt here. Well, when this house was built, they didn't do that. It's a good thing to have underfelt, but it's something that you can't fit retrospectively. You have to take the roof off to do that. Just looking at the structure here, these timbers coming along here, these are called purlins, and because this is a hipped roof as opposed to a gable, you have a purlin going that way as well, and of course there's one there at the back. The purpose of the purlin is to stop these timbers here, which are called rafters, and they take the load of the tiles. But they would, if they stretch from the ridge all the way down to the eaves, they would bend under the weight of the tiles. So the purlins are there to take the weight, and they should be approximately every 1.5 meters, which they are, because you've got two, one there and one higher up. And again, the higher up one goes all the way around the roof. They are tied in at that end to the brickwork, which is great. At this end, they're tied in to the hip timber, which is, looks like 9 by 1.5. It's the way they used to do it in the early 1900s, right up to about 1950, 1960. It was done this way on this style of roof. It was considered to be adequate. It wouldn't be allowed now, as it happens, but by and large it was fairly adequate. The thing is that all the load is transferred from the purlins into the hip timber, which is actually smaller than the purlins. It's nonsensical really, but it was allowed, and that's the way it's been done here. As a consequence of that, you'll probably find there's been a little, this is deflected slightly. Also, if you have to take my word for this, because I don't know if I can actually video it, but let's have a go. But can you see that this timber's got a very slight downward bow in it? I don't know if you can make that out in the video. Trust me anyway, it is there. There's a very slight downward bow, and that could be just load over the years has caused the timber to just bow slightly, and as a consequence of that bowing, these have bent down to meet it. That's what the roof deflection is. Am I concerned about it? No, it wouldn't put me off buying it. I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about at all. But that's, as these timbers bow slightly, I'm exaggerating with my finger here, you can imagine that at that point there, they kick up and out. So that's caused the fascia board to bow out slightly in the middle, which is what you can see from downstairs. So in short, roof spread, yes there is. Are we too concerned about it? I would say not. but there is some work which needs doing on it to bring it up to waterproof standards. Quick guess, to have the roof work done, chimneys, front, rear, the roof repairs, which are relatively minimal, probably somewhere in the region of about 1,500 altogether. Okay, that's the end of the roof report.